We have my sister's dog here today, right?
He's a natural,
Mm-hmm.
right?
We have my sister's dog here with us today. We have my parents here with us today. Um, I'm happy to be here today.
Excellent,
Mm-hmm.
excellent. All right. Well, you know what? Let's start off at the beginning. I want to hear
Yeah.
what's your history, your dental history, and how did you get to the point where you needed to do something about it?
Mm-hmm.
What did you have genetic? Or what caused your teeth?
Right. I never had good teeth. I always had problems with my teeth. Sometimes I ended up, there was many times I ended up in maybe an emergency room situation where like I had to get teeth pulled from my mouth. There was numerous times that happened. I was just never able to take care of my teeth enough to not go through those things. Um, Finally, I saw a commercial, right, for Forever Smile. And I thought maybe I would be able to do that because I didn't want to deal with the pain anymore, right? I wasn't able to smile. I wasn't able to laugh. And I wasn't even able to really eat food that I liked. So I went for a consultation, and Dr. Prudenti spoke with me about like a specific treatment plan for me, and I decided that it would be the best route to take. I did my research. I went a couple other places, but um, Forever Smile offered me a way to instantly get teeth into my mouth, right? So I went with that route, and the day of surgery went very well. I woke up with teeth. I mean, I woke up being able to smile, and that was an amazing experience for me. Yeah.
Very cute. Wait, you had to go to the emergency room to have teeth pulled.
There were many times, yeah, where my face swelled up like a softball. I mean, there was a lot of, and that happened numerous times, just because of the things I went through in my life and not taking care of my dental hygiene, right? That was the last thing on my mind. Um, and eventually it all came to a head, and I had a lot of issues where it was either, go get the tooth pulled or wait for an appointment for a dentist. So I would end up just going in for an emergency uh, situation where I would get the tooth pulled out of my mouth because it was so painful,
Because it was so
right?
painful.
Oh yes, yeah,
It was infected, probably.
yeah. The teeth would get infected and my mouth would swell up. That's one of the best things about doing this surgery, right? I don't have to worry about teeth pain anymore ever again, right? And I'm able to be myself, not cover my mouth when I'm laughing or smiling, right? I have a smile that I can be proud of today, right? I'm not living with shame and covering my teeth. I'm able to live free today and be who I am, you know?
Wow, that sounds really, really tough. Like, I have never heard of that, or people having to go. But that's how urgent it was and how
Mhm.
bad it was.
Mhm.
Wow. That's awful. I'm so sorry you went through that. That's
Yeah, it
at a
was.
young age, you're young.
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot of that, and I even had a dentist that put some caps in my mouth, and they only last for so long, and then you need to do it again, and you need to do it again, and it's root canal after root canal after root canal, and it's just I just decided that it was time to do something different.
And when you decided that, did you know what that was?
I did not. So I looked into a lot of the different things that were available, right? I looked at even dentures, but I'm so young, I didn't really want to get removable dentures. And then I looked at the veneers, and that didn't really quite work for me. And then I found out about the dental implants, and I
Forever
looked
Smile, you found
at
out about?
yeah, and I've seen many of the commercials on TV, and so I made sure that I went and I looked at Forever Smile, and we were able to make it work. Yeah.
So, you said oh, wait, I just want to go back a little.
Mhm.
So, you said it was, you had self-confidence issue,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How did that feel? Like, what did that feel like?
It's not fun to not be able to actually express your happiness, right? It's um, to feel shameful about being happy because my smile took so much of my confidence away. So once I got the surgery, I had to learn how to smile again because I didn't do that for a very long time. I'm still learning how, but so far so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know sometimes those muscles haven't been used for so long.
Right. There was no smiling. I smiled with my mouth closed.
So it
If
was
I
more
did.
about the confidence, and what about eating and food? What was that like?
Yeah. So there were a couple instances where I had lost a tooth eating, um, whether it was some spare ribs or something like that. It got to a point where I could only eat on one side of my mouth. Um, when your teeth begin to kind of fall out, and then you only have certain areas of your mouth that you can chew with.
So you couldn't eat steak.
No, I wasn't able to really eat anything that had to be chewed very well.
Tell me what you told me about your favorite food being bagels and what you had to do to actually eat them.
Sure. I love bagels. I live on Long Island. I love bagels. I was not able to eat bagels. I couldn't bite into a bagel. My teeth were too loose. It hurt. It was painful. I would have to pretty much cut it up into little pieces and put it in the back of my mouth to be able to eat it, and that wasn't fun. And one of the first things I did was I had a nice bagel after I had my surgery, and I started to eat things that I wasn't able to eat, and there's so many things that this surgery does for you, and you're able to eat food again. You're able to smile again, and
What was it like to eat that first big bite of bagel?
it was amazing. I was missing it a lot. I didn't realize how much I missed being able to eat the foods that I like. I kind of had a certain category of foods that I needed that I could eat, and that was it. And once I got my surgery, I was able to eat really whatever I wanted, and that's changed a lot for me. Yeah.
Makes you a happier person, right?
Yeah, I get to eat what I want to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not able to participate in meals that I really wanted to participate in. I couldn't bite into a piece of broccoli that wasn't well done. I couldn't bite into anything on the bone. Now I can eat whatever I want
Why is that?
because Forever Smile made it possible. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, you really told that really well. I just really got that feeling of what that might
Yeah.
have felt like. Thank you. Okay, so you knew you had to do something. You couldn't smile. You couldn't eat. Life sucked because of that. I mean, you're not able to go forward and be the best you can be, actually, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you started to do some research.
I did.
And what did you come up with that?
So there are a lot of places out there that do surgeries like this. And I did my homework, and I went to a couple places for consultations. It was just different when I went to Forever Smile. They spoke to me in a way. They spoke to me like I was a human being instead of just a possible client. They spoke to me about. They understood where I was coming from about the struggle. Right, it's a struggle to have bad teeth, and they understand that
So
there.
you had empathy where you didn't feel that.
Right. I wasn't just a potential client. I was a person that they wanted to help. That was the difference at Forever Smile. Yeah.
You felt that.
I did. As soon as I went in.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew just because it felt right to be there.
Yeah. There was a lot of things that pointed me into that direction, and it was It was the people that worked there, and it was the way that the surgery was set up, where I would wake up with teeth, and that's, because a lot of the places didn't offer that. They told me it was going to be months and months and months, and I wasn't ready to do that. But when Forever Smile told me that I can have teeth the day of surgery, I said, sign me up. Yeah.
Did you get to see any of the technology, the dental lab, or any of that?
No, I mean, I saw the teeth after they were done, and I remember the day of the surgery. I forgot his name, but he worked in the lab, and he stayed late to.
Min?
Maybe it was the hot dog office. Yeah, he stayed late because we needed to put teeth in my mouth when I came out of the surgery, and he came in, he brought them in, and made sure that they fit right, and I was happy about that. Making this change and doing this surgery is an investment, and there was no pressure when I went into Forever Smile. They told me what my options were. They told me what they could do, and they didn't pressure me in any way. So, it was refreshing to have that. I felt like Forever Smile was the place to go because I saw so much success on a lot of the commercials, a lot of the even on social media, right? There were even people I knew that have gone there, and I knew people that have not gone to a place like Forever Smile that were dealing with a lot of fallout from their surgery not being done the right way. So anybody that I knew, because there were a few that went to Forever Smile, said it was the best decision they ever made. So that was one of the reasons that I went with Forever Smile, because I had people with real life experience that told me it was the best option.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that's great. That's great to hear. So it was the technology. It was mostly the people, right? Doesn't that make the whole difference? The
From the receptionist to Dr. Prudenti and everybody in between. There's just they know what they do there, and what they do is they change people's lives, right? And only people that understand like the pain of not having good teeth can understand that the change that happens when you actually get a surgery like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And Forever Smile understands that. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow, that makes me really happy that you had such a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Did they help you with financing? Is that something you needed help with? How did that go?
Yeah, I sat. One of the consultations I went in, because I went on two of them with them. They sat down and they gave me my options as far as financing goes. They gave me a couple places that I can look at to get financing, and
Did they help you with the financing right then and there?
they were very helpful. They gave me the places that we needed to look at. They actually ran my name on a couple of the
Okay.
of the ones right there in the office when I was sitting there. And then I went out and I looked into other.
And you did it on your own?
Yeah, and then I looked into other ones, and then we figured
Well,
it
most
out.
people don't have the knowledge or the wherewithal to do that, so they really do need the help from the office. And
Yeah,
most offices really will say, okay, here are your options, go. But
yeah,
that's one of the really good things for people who need that, have that all set up for them right then and there.
yeah.
They don't have to do the legwork. So
Every part of the process is very easy. It's really not. It's not difficult because you're guided the whole way. Yeah.
did you have any concerns? Different concerns? What was your biggest concern?
Um, my biggest concern was that the surgery wasn't going to take, and it was going to be just an ongoing battle to get it right. Because I've heard those stories before from people. And luckily, that didn't happen, because that was a fear of mine.
That is a big fear, and I hear that people think it's not going to work on me. It worked on those other people. It's not going to work on me. I'm not going to wake up with teeth in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not just because it's almost too good to be true kind of thing.
Yeah. It is. It is. During the consultation, they went through the X-rays with me and showed me exactly how they were going to do it before we even did it, right? Because it's important to look at the bone density and the areas where they can put in the implants, and he worked it around the shape of my jaw and my mouth to make sure that he could get them in there and get them in there the right way.
Wow. Amazing. Okay, so you saw us on TV. That's how you first saw us. Or,
Yeah.
And then you looked online.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was many commercials I saw on television. It wasn't just Forever Smile. There's quite a few places that have this surgery available to people, but I don't know. I believed the commercials of Forever Smile, believe it or not, right? It was more authentic than the other ones, and I could see it was just a person that went through struggles just like I did. So that was one of the reasons that I did my research and found Forever Smile.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, this is not scripted, right?
Nope.
Not telling you what to say. It's all you. So.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why you're doing it.
That's
Thank
why
you.
they work. Yeah, that's why the
amazing.
commercials are good.
Okay, so let's talk about the surgery a bit.
How
Well,
far
that
do you
day-
want me
what's
to
that?
get into the surgery though?
The surgery.
Yeah, because
So when you woke up that day, were you nervous to go in?
okay.
You were nervous.
Yeah, of course.
What were you nervous about?
I was nervous about a major surgery. It was going to be a long surgery from what I found out. I had to get a family member to bring me, but I just wanted to get it done. So
So at that point, you were just anxious to get it done.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
me too.
yes.
Okay, and you met with the anesthesiologist. How'd that go?
I did. The anesthesiologist made me do some things before the surgery. He wanted me to get an EKG just to be certain that
EKG?
just to be certain that everything was gonna go
Good.
without a hitch. Right? He was very thorough. And then when I got there, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get anesthesia, so I had to do the surgery while I was awake, and the whole team accommodated that. And
Oh, that's right. I'm so used to saying. So you went to sleep, and what was it like when you woke up?
no, that
You
wasn't
did
my
not go to sleep.
experience.
Tell me about that.
Yeah,
So you just tell me about why that you didn't pick sedation.
yeah. Well, it seemed to be easier for me to do it without the sedation. It was just I was ready for the surgery, and I just wanted it done the right way. So Dr. Prudenti agreed to do it while I was awake. I don't necessarily want a lot of drugs in my system, so he accommodated that, and he did it the best that he could, and did it. It was a pretty fast surgery.
How long was the surgery?
It was about 5 hours, I would say. We took a little break in between.
I was going to say it probably took longer because he had to work with an awake patient.
Yes.
And be more sensitive to that fact.
Yeah, he was more sensitive to the fact that I was awake.
Of course.
He would let me know when he was going to do something, and the staff that was in there to help me was great. They were all helping me out get through it. They were all helping me get through the surgery. Yeah.
That's a lot to do, upper and lower, and they had to pull a lot of teeth.
Yeah, they pulled all the teeth that I had left. All my upper teeth and all my lower teeth were pulled out during the surgery. And then he went and he drilled into my jawbone and put the implants in. And, even all of that, it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. I was on a lot of Novocaine and whatever it is that Dr. Prudenti decided that I needed during the surgery, and it went very well. Yeah.
So you've had more pain probably in the emergency room when they had to pull out that tooth, kind of thing.
I actually have. It's been more painful dealing with swollen gums and teeth that needed to be pulled than doing this surgery while I was awake. That's Yeah, that's how painful it used to be.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. You were on antibiotics, I assume, before to get rid of any infection, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So it was easier doing this surgery than. Can you just say that for me again?
Yeah. It was easier. It was easier doing the surgery awake than it was to go through the tooth pain of my past and uh, go through the struggle of ending up in emergency rooms. Really,
I can see. I could see it in your face. You're remembering that pain.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it well. Yeah.
I could see it in your face, like you're going back there to. That was awful, awful.
Yeah. It was rough. It was rough. It was like I had a baseball in my cheek. That's how the
And how do you feel just knowing that you're not going to have to go through that ever again? Any of that?
it's one of the best parts.
Tell me what's the best part?
One of the best parts about this surgery is the fact that I'm never gonna have to deal with teeth pain again. I'm never gonna have to deal with mouth pain again. Um, I get to be me. I get to smile. I get to express my happiness, right, and be a part of people's joy again. And I also never have to deal with any type of tooth pain ever again. So this surgery for me was a no-brainer. I had to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent, excellent. How did you feel when they put your permanents in? Temporary permanents. We never really know what to call them because
I know.
they're permanent teeth, but it's a temporary version of them.
Right.
How was that when they put that in your mouth and you took that mirror? What was that like?
Mm-hmm. So when so I'll start at the end of the surgery, right? And when they put those temporaries in, it was amazing. It was more than I thought that it would be. I mean, I had teeth again, right? And then throughout the process, they changed them once in a while because my mouth started to heal. They took X-rays again of my mouth to make sure that they would make a set that fit my mouth as it healed. And we worked out how I wanted the shape, how I wanted the color. Really anything I wanted, I was able to get at Forever Smile. So when I got my permanent set in, I was, to be honest, I wasn't surprised because I went through the whole process already. And I knew what I was getting because even the temporaries looked good. But to get the permanents in and to know that I can eat whatever I want again, that was great.
Game changer.
Yeah, total game changer. Yeah.
Nice. So you got those in and you took a look. And tell me about the process of deciding with Dr. Prudenti, shape, size, color.
Right. So Dr. Prudenti told me a couple, I guess, tricks of the trade of like trying to match the teeth color to my skin tone. He even spoke about matching it to the whites of my eyes because everybody's whites of their eyes are a different color. So one of the sets that I did get made ended up being a little too white for me, and we decided to change it. And so the permanents that I have now are just a shade lighter, and I think that they look a lot more natural than the set I had prior. Yeah. It's really a trial and error type thing. It's not like once I pick it, it's done because there are many times where you can change the shape, you can change the color, you could change it to the way that you feel is the best for you. And, Dr. Pretenti walked me through that whole process. I believe the surgery is more than surgery. I think it's almost like an art to the job that they do to put teeth into your mouth and make them look natural. So I took the guidance from the professionals in that aspect.
Right.
I didn't know anything about it. They guided me through the whole process.
Most people don't.
Right.
I love what you said about it being an art.
Yeah.
It is.
It is an art. It is an art. He's trying to make the shape right. He's trying to make the color right. All while making sure that they're in there and they're going to do the job that they need to do. So cosmetically is one part, but are they going to be able to be used to eat food and chew properly? Those are all parts of this. So they took care of all of that for me there. They took care of everything. Yeah.
So you can chew properly.
I can chew properly. I can smile, and I couldn't ask for more.
It's like the two most important things in life to be able to, like you said, express yourself. That was so interesting. And to eat the foods that you like is like basic things in life.
Yeah. The basic parts of just living is eating some food. I love food, right? I love food. And I wasn't able to eat the food that I loved. And now I can eat whatever I want. And that's a really nice place to be for me. Yeah.
What was recovery like for you?
It was a pretty quick recovery for me, to be honest. I had taken some days from work, and I was healing pretty nicely. I had some medication that Dr. Prudenti prescribed me that I needed to use to just keep the swelling down and stuff like that. And I'd say within about 5 to 7 days, I was able to go back to work. Yeah.
So you had some swelling, some bruising.
There was some swelling and some bruising, yeah, but that, as to be expected, right? I got all my teeth taken out of my mouth, but nothing too significant where I wasn't able to get through it.
And so, what do people say to you now when they look at your teeth who knew you before?
I mean, so it's interesting. Most of the people I know don't know what my teeth looked like before because they weren't able to see them because I just had a way of hiding them all the time. But after I got the surgery, now they know, because I had a few pictures that I took right before I got them pulled out, and they all tell me that my teeth look amazing. It's most times when I go out, somebody tells me your teeth look so great. Yeah.
Because they do.
Right.
I'm not just saying that, but they really do.
Yeah. No, I know they do. And that's, it's nice that people notice that, but it's more important that I notice that. And I'm able to look in the mirror and like what I see and smile instead of not looking in the mirror because my teeth weren't my favorite part of me. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a two-part question. We're almost done. You're doing amazing.
Okay.
Almost done. Last question.
Okay.
I wanted you first to tell me if I was on the fence about doing this procedure for any number of reasons, fear, money, pain, what would you tell me, having been through it?
If you're on the fence about having the surgery, I would say you have nothing to lose by going in for a consultation. It's a free consultation. You can find out exactly what's going to be offered to you there. It's a patient-centered treatment plan that's made for you, and there's really nothing to be afraid of, right? The process is actually very you're explained through every part of the process of exactly what needs to be done, exactly what's going to be done. The finances are very easily explained to you, and the people at Forever Smile help you find the best way for you to afford your Forever Smile. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask you? And again, we don't have to use this if you don't want, but I just want to hear from you what you would say to addicts or recovering addicts who are dealing with the same situation and are embarrassed to even walk into an office, because I'm sure that's a huge thing. What would you say to them?
So, for addicts in recovery that want to get their teeth back, the stigma attached to addiction is not what it used to be, and the stigma attached to just being in recovery is not what it used to be. if Forever Smile doesn't care if you're in recovery or not. Um, like I said, you go in there, they take a look at you, and they come up with a plan for you. Um, it's a great thing to just to be able to have that to have empathy at a place um, where you're gonna get surgery is and get a Forever Smile. It was amazing for me. Yeah.
And it's how it's a life changer after you have it done. I mean, it helps your so many things for your self-esteem, for recovering people and non-recovering people. So, what
People
would you
that
do?
Well, what I was gonna say, people that have struggled with addiction were not. Dental hygiene was the last thing on their mind, right? So after you're able to pull yourself out and start to change your life, this is a great option to have, right? Because a lot of my tooth pain and stuff was because I was not in a place where I wasn't in a place where I was taking care of myself. So the fact that this is an option is like a life-changing experience where it was kind of the final part of my process to start over. Right. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to add that we didn't cover? Anything you'd like to say about any part? Forever Smile?
No, I think we covered everything.
You think we covered it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you guys need anything else?
No, I think that was good.
It was good?
That was
Yeah.
great, Michael.
It was
That was great.
it was
That
natural
really
enough?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.